millennials and generations Y and Z of Australia are often stereotyped as being less politically engaged than those before them. However, that assumption is far from the truth. I asked young people in Western Sydney's Penrith if they were politically engaged, and their reactions were quite mixed.
As a young person, no, I don't think I'm engaged in Australian politics.
I am quite involved in politics.
I would say that I'm not really engaged in politics. I just don't really understand it.
Yes, I would say I am engaged in politics.
My family does follow politics heavily, so yes and no.
Penrith councillor Aaron Duke is, however, an example of the capacity that youth have to get involved in politics. He began volunteering with Young Labor at the age of 15 and was elected councillor for North Ward at 25. Now 27, Aaron shares his journey and motivations.
For me, growing up in Penrith had a lot to do with that. I was aware of some of the limiting factors of what it's like growing up in the western suburbs. It made me realise that government has a very powerful role to play.
Being a young councillor has enabled him to meet many young people who are just like him, and statistics suggest they are not alone.
Some young people, though, that absolutely blow me away with how passionate they are about politics, and I meet people like that all the time. A lot of my friends who are young people are very passionate about politics, and they make some of the greatest activists that I've ever met. So whilst there is an apathy, there is also a very active and interested people that I would like to see grow.
According to Triple J's What's Up in Your World 2019 survey, 70% of young Australians aged 18 to 29 would classify themselves as interested in federal politics. 14,000 young people were surveyed, and 89% of respondents outlined that their number one election concern is the environment. The Triple J survey also discovered that a staggering 85% don't believe that our politicians have young people's best interests at heart. Aaron suggests that this barrier between young people and the politicians who represent them has shaped the way our country views politics.
From being overseas and from speaking to people in politics overseas, it feels like we are a very apathetic country, which is why probably our politicians are so bad. And I mean that in all seriousness. I think a lot of our politicians are absolutely dreadful. And I think that's because we don't respect the institution, and I think sometimes the institution doesn't respect the people.
Young people in 2019 will face some of the greatest political and environmental debates to come, and it is encouraging to see so many people like Aaron rising to the challenge.